Are what we eat. The Bay Area has been for decades a leader in our efforts to ensure equitable access to healthy food, and San Francisco in recent years we've been at the forefront of this movement. We know that it's so important for us to have food that is good for us as human beings. We also know that it's important for us to cultivate a sustainable movement around food that's good for the environment and good for the economy. As policymakers, and I'm going to be joined by a couple of my colleagues here, we are doing what we can, but we have to do more, and this is why we want to help get the word out about Food Day. I want to thank those leaders who are here who have been part of the urban agriculture movement for their work in working with my office and the mayor's office to ensure that San Francisco is on the forefront of the urban agriculture movement. I've seen a ton of creativity and energy throughout San Francisco, at the Hayes Valley Farm, at Little City Farm, and more places. Just over the last few years in my district alone, we've had new farmers markets that are cropping up, not just at the Ferry Building, but in North Beach, and at this moment we are in the final stages of securing a farmers market on the Polk Street corridor, which is very exciting. Before I present the board's proclamation, I'd like to ask first a couple of my colleagues who are with us today to say a few words. Eric Marr, last year, led San Francisco in really leading the country and helping to fight obesity that comes with our fast foods. I want to invite Eric for a moment to say a few words about your leadership, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you everyone for being here, along with 2,000 other actions in cities and towns and areas around this country. I think Food Day, it's the first one this year. It should become a national day, kind of with a grassroots movement also that pushes for the 6 main points that kind of we're fighting for today. I'm very proud that San Francisco stood up along with Santa Clara County and other cities like New York City and others to challenge big fast food companies to take accountability for their role in the obesity epidemic for children. And I think one of the key goals of Food Day is reducing childhood obesity and challenging junk food and kind of what we put into our bodies, especially for the youngest in our communities. So healthier eating for all kind of is a key goal of Food Day. I also wanted to say that I'm proud to be here with people that are fighting for urban farms and locally produced food in our neighborhoods and communities as well. But it's also about a systemic challenging of agribusiness and big multinational corporations' domination of everything from seeds to even the marketing of food to children. So I think it's about systemic change kind of from the top to the bottom as well. And another key point that I think was brought in at the last minute with Local 2, HERE and others is about the conditions for workers that produce the food, whether it's farm workers to restaurant workers and others, but really fighting for healthy conditions and health care as well for workers that bring the food to our tables. Lastly, I'll just say that the coalition that's come together in San Francisco, in Oakland and Richmond and regions kind of around here for food justice is also a growing one where people of color, community coalitions, whether it's the Food Guardians in the Bayview Hunters Point area or the Chinese Progressive Association in Chinatown, but I think really people of color organizations in the lowest income areas with food deserts have to be in the lead of a growing food justice movement. And as Paula Jones and others have said, Food Day should be every day. I strongly support that. I ask people also to support the petition that fights for a fairer farm bill that really supports small farmers and locally produced products, and also efforts like Corporate Accountability International to make sure that marketing to kids by fast food companies is challenged by all of us as well. So thank you for Center for Science and the Public Interest for launching Food Day. And my hope is that we keep organizing and advocating and building coalitions for food justice every day.